Yo, every movie we try to go to Mars, some fucking terrible shit happens. Maybe the planet just don't like us. You ever thought about that shit, NASA? What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Film Data. Today we got a movie review today, and we're talking about a brand new movie that just dropped, getting a lot of hype and attention. It's on some space shit and on some sci-fi Mars shit, so you know I had to holler at it because I low-key like that shit. Talking about the new movie, The Martian. Now, The Martian is a new movie that stars Matt Damon and is directed by Ridley Scott, and it centers around a lone astronaut who was actually left on Mars because he was left for dead because his crew thought he was dead. Some shit happened. Shit went wrong, as always when you go on Mars, and now he's got to find a way to survive on Mars by himself until they can come pick his ass up, which is going to take like 3 to 4 years, and he got to figure some shit out or he's going to fucking die. So that's what the movie's about. So now let's really talk about this movie and see if The Martian is a super dope movie that's worth all the hype, or if it's just another one of them space movies that it's just the same shit we always fucking see. Let's talk about the shit. Now, the movie centers around astronaut Mark Watney, who is played by Matt Damon. He is, like I said, the astronaut who was left by his crew during a terrible fucking, I think it was a windstorm or some storm that happened on fucking Mars. And they had to get the fuck out of there. He got hit by some big ass rock shit, and they thought he was fucking dead. So they said, we gotta leave this nigga. Ain't no time to go back. R.I.P. Mark Watney. So they left that nigga, and then they thought he was dead. And then he wakes up not too long after to realize he is still alive and he's on Mars. So now he has to use the resources that were left behind on Mars to survive and figure out a way to grow new resources in order to survive and contact NASA to let them know, nigga, I'm not dead. Send somebody come pick me up, nigga. I need to get home, nigga. I got shit to do. So that's pretty much what the fucking basis of the movie is. And as the movie goes on, Mark actually finds a way to be able to grow a sustainable amount of food to survive off of, as well as contact NASA. Once he contacts NASA, they find out that he's still fucking alive and they're fucking shocked. Now they gotta find a way to get him as fast as possible before the public finds out and they shit on NASA saying, why the fuck you leave this nigga on Mars? What kind of shit is that, NASA? Y'all grind me for that bullshit. So there's constant communication and contact going on between Mark Watney and NASA to find a viable way for him to get saved and get back to fucking Earth. That's the goal. And as far as the movie's concerned, it's a very well done story. It's a very well told story. And Matt Damon playing Mark Watney, he pretty much does the bulk of the movie by himself and solo. He really doesn't have any other interaction with people except for the beginning and the very probably end of the movie. So the entire bulk of the movie, and it's about 2 hours long, it's a long motherfucker. He pretty much is by himself, but the way that he portrays the dangerous and tragic situations as well as the moments of sort of hope and glory that he goes through, you see the range of emotions that he goes through, and you kind of feel for Mark Watney because you want that nigga to get saved, but there's times where you're gonna be like, yo, this nigga's gonna die on Mars, like for real, he's gonna die there. But it's a really dope movie. I really like how it flowed. I really like how it was shot. Even though in the beginning of the movie, I caught this shit. When you see the movie fucking the camera pans, you can clearly see the goddamn traffic of cars rolling down a goddamn mountain. I knew you were shooting in California. You don't fucking lie to me, but I'm not gonna X y'all for that. That was just fucking movie eyes for me. But I did see that shit. But aesthetically, the movie looks beautiful. And the movie is also very, very well casted. They got a lot of top shelf motherfuckers on here. I got a list because there's a lot of them. Of course, Matt Damon, but they also got Jessica Chastain, Kristen Wiig, Jeff Daniels, Michael Pena, Sean Bean, that nigga Childish Gambino up in here too. Donald Glover's here too. Chiwetel nigga, I'm the dude from 12 Years a Slave. Okay, I can never say your name. I'm sorry, but you in there too. He did a good job. But they got a lot of motherfuckers in here. They all do a really, really good job in this movie. The acting on here is superb. Nobody here was slacking on the acting. And I really just like the character development and the chemistry that they all brought to here. And it really just shows that you can really see that these motherfuckers probably worked at NASA. They look official with their shit. So it was a really dope casted movie, and everything in this movie is really, really good. Only thing about it is a long movie, so you know, and it is very sciencey and a lot of fucking technical shit. So if you can't keep up with that, you may kind of tune out of it at times. But if you can keep up with it, you will thoroughly enjoy this movie. And I think that there's really nothing bad about this movie at all. It's one of the better movies I've seen this year. It's got a lot of things to it. It's got suspense. It's got humor. It's got action. It's got a lot of things about it that just really keeps you attentive and you're kind of rooting for Mark Watney. You really want this nigga to get saved. Like, all the movies where somebody gets stranded somewhere and they gotta fucking find a way to survive, you're rooting for that dude, and this is no different. And the ending of this movie is really, really good. I like how they built it up and how the payoff of it was. It really, really just tied together the story well, and it's something that you feel like you probably already kind of know what's probably gonna happen, but the way that it transpires and it happens and how it plays out is really rewarding to see, especially seeing what he went through the entire time. So I think Matt Damon played this Mark Watney character very well, and it's just good to see it go from full circle. When you watch the movie, you'll know what I mean. But it's a really dope movie all in all, and I think if you are into these types of movies, especially the space and the sci-fi and the action type movies, this is one you gotta check out. It's up there with the Gravity and the Interstellar type movies. It's just one of them joints, and you got, space movies are always dope. It's never not dope. I don't know why. Something about space is just fucking dope when you put it in a movie sense. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that The Martian is a well-told, well-put-together movie, even though I saw that one shot, and I'm not gonna let that go. I'm not gonna get you against The Martian, but I'm saying I saw that shit. All I'm saying is that Matt Damon does a great job playing Mark Watney. He holds his own in this movie. The bulk of the movie is him by himself, and he really just, translates that character, and he really just, portrays so many different emotions that you really get invested into this character, Mark Watney, and you really want him to fucking get saved. There's also a good cast on here. Like I said, I got Jeff Daniels, Donald Glover, Kristen Wiig, Jessica Chastain, and many, many more, and they all bring something to the table with this movie, and it just looks great, and it's for a 2-hour movie. It's a lengthy one, but it has a lot in it, and it's a really rewarding movie to see from beginning to end. So all I gotta say is that for me, The Martian is 100% Granddad approved. Go see it. It's out right now. Drop today. You gotta check it out, especially if you're into these types of movies. Definitely worth the $11.50 popcorn and a drink. Matt Damon is killing it. All the cast is killing it. And this is just a really, really good, well-told, put-together movie. And I think it's based off of a book by Andy Weir. Yeah, same book called The Martian. So, I mean, you wrote a good-ass book, because this movie is good as hell, so the book's gotta be just as good as hell. I'm not gonna read the book, though, Andy. No diss to you. I'm not a book dude. But I got nothing more to say. The Martian is Granddad approved. So go check it out right now. And if you read books, read the book too. There, I gave you some promo, Andy. There you go. Happy? Flip it. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of The Martian if you've seen it. If you haven't seen it, like I said, it dropped today. It's out right now. You should definitely go check it out. It's a good-ass movie. Matt Damon killing it. Story's dope. And yes, it is a lengthy motherfucker, but it's a lot in there. And if you like the space, action, sci-fi movies, you definitely got to check this one out. You will not be disappointed. Previous videos on the side, as well as my music video. Check those out. Show them some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen. Button below. Woolly Reviews. Twice a week. Gaming channel. Check that out. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave, Granddaughter, The Martian, we need to stop going to fucking Mars, because every time we go, some shit goes down. And let's just stay to Earth. It's easier. I'm out of here.